We are Two Guys Playing Zelda, and you can follow us on Twitter at Two Guys Play Zelda or email us at twoguysPlayingZelda@gmail.com.
This is part 3 of our Skyview Temple walkthrough, and what we're going to be doing in this part is getting the boss key and eventually working our way to fight the boss of the dungeon. And we won't be jostling any more enemies.
Yeah, we found out in the break that I tried in our last walkthrough to say that word about 5 or 6 times. I can't say that word. We say it for a while, and that's just one of those words in my life that I'm just never going to say again.
Nope. So we won't be jostling any more enemies off ropes. We're going to be shaking them off the ropes.
Yeah, shaking them or joshing them.
So anyway, I really liked this. I mean, this whole area is one big room basically, where you're just kind of navigating your way around using the vines.
I like the depth
jumps.
of it. Like it just felt like like really deep and everything. And, like you really didn't have that throughout the whole temple.
Yep. You just got to be careful with your jumps.
And here's my comparison to like the Forest Temple in Ocarina. Okay, this little area right here, you remember that Forest Temple in Twilight Princess where you had the big outside wind and blowing area?
Yep.
That kind of looks like this area too, right here, in a way. So there's like a lot of similarities, and also the bird statue outside here says the Forest Temple.
It's meant to be.
That's just my theory throughout the rest of this dungeon.
I like the theory.
And here's where I have one seed left, and I was really not sure if the beetle would get that second one.
Oh, thankfully it does.
But so I was like, man, I only need one more to knock down.
Yeah, it is pretty cool in this room how you have to, like, once you jump from a vine to a new vine, you have to, like, kind of rotate yourself around and get faced in the right direction. It's not all one direction.
And like I said, try to slide down on the rope a little bit.
Yeah.
So it'll just make you, it'll make you jump farther.
Yeah, you get a little more distance the further you can kind of swing back and forth. So, and you can't swing back and forth very far if you're all the way at the top.
And I'm not sure here, but I think if you fall, I don't even think you lose any health.
Ooh.
I'm not sure. I'm not positive on that.
I'm not
but
sure. How about you jump off and find out?
No, I'm not going to. Because then I got to cut the video and edit it.
Yeah, very true.
It kind of like
lose like a half heart, maybe.
Yeah, kind of like a cool thing right here. And I don't think this swinging on ropes was in any Zelda game, was it?
Not that I can think of.
It'd only be in Twilight Princess, probably. I don't remember really.
The closest thing I can think of is in Twilight Princess when you were in the wolf form and you kind of used Midna to swing from stuff to stuff.
You don't really swing though.
Yeah,
you jump.
That's no comparison. Yeah,
you use Midna jumps.
Midna jumps. There you go.
And here's the boss key, which also has a different looking chest. And as me and Red talked about this earlier, like he doesn't like the boss key in this game. I love the boss key and how it's different.
I'm just not a big fan of trying to get this. You get the key, you get to the door, and then you're gonna throw one more puzzle in your way for good measure.
Yeah,
it's not a.
Are you not used to turn things and put them in the holes or something?
I don't usually. I usually turn them before I put them in the holes. But anyway, I'm not a big fan because it's not necessarily difficult, but it can take some time to get the key lined up, and I feel like it's just kind of almost a time filler.
Well, this is the easiest one too.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is a neat use of the Wiimote control, but not a dire fan.
As you see right there, I kind of cut out the save part, as we'll do throughout the rest of these walkthroughs, hopefully.
Yeah,
if I remember.
Save a few seconds of time at least.
But I mean, yeah, it's a little bit tougher, but I don't know, it was different, and that's why I liked it. I wish you could have kind of understood what the. Like, is that an H? Does it represent something? Is it just a symbol? Yeah. Like, I kind of wish.
I think it's the only one that looks like a letter, just based on the couple dungeons I've played. The rest of them are kind of just generic.
The Earth Temple, it's just kind of like a symbol. And do those symbols mean anything? It's kind of like, what I would like to know, I guess.
That's what I was kind of sitting there trying to think. I was like, I wonder if they'd spell something out if you put them all in order. But yeah, I think that's the one that really looks like a letter.
And the one thing, I hate this boss, first of all.
Oh.
I hate. Now, do you want to butcher this name first, or should I?
I don't even remember his name.
I don't remember either. It's like Girahim or something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Ghirahim. I know how to spell it.
Girahim sounds good.
Girahim, but is the G silent? Who knows?
But for being the opening boss of the fight of the game, he is not an easy boss.
I thought this was a girl the whole first time I played.
I kind of did too for about the first dungeon.
I guess he'll grunt here in a little while, and I guess I just never paid attention to that.
I think it's the emo haircut that he's rocking.
I thought he was a girl the whole first time I played this.
I'd probably punch somebody who looked like that in real life right in the face with that haircut.
Well, if I had a sword, I wouldn't do it. I would stab him.
Which is exactly what we proceed to do, actually. So, no, he's with the eyeliner and the hair, I can see where the mistake would be made. It kind of looks like a girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is one of the harder boss fights.
Definitely.
And they throw you in him right at the beginning.
And we'll, spoiler alert, we'll face him, I don't know how many more times, but we'll face him a couple more times in this game.
And he pops up in just about every dungeon in general to taunt you.
Tough. I don't understand how a skinny guy like this can be such a problem.
He's wiry. He's wiry.
Yeah.
Anyway, but no, this is a boss though where it really brings the motion controls to how you have to, you know.
It really does.
Yeah.
I mean, we did it earlier in the temple, but yeah, this one really, the motion controls really come into play here.
And I made the mistake of fighting this guy the first time without a shield. You haven't seen us use our shield a whole lot.
We will here.
I made the mistake of not having a shield here and just having to. I struggled.
The whole next temple, I didn't even put a shield on. Didn't even realize it until I was doing the video.
God, this guy's creepy, isn't he?
That's
If I was Link, I'd probably be a little freaked out there.
I was freaked out here. I'm not even in Skyloft or Hyrule or whatever you want to call it, the surface.
Ugh. Thank goodness, it looks dangerous.
That is one long tongue.
Ugh.
Yep. Gear him, I guess.
And really, all you have to do is hit away from where his hand is.
Actually, what I recommend is here, start on the right, take your sword kind of over to the left, and then swing. You kind of got to get his arm in one place and then go to the other side.
What threw me off fighting him, I'd keep trying to do that and move the sword to the other spot, but it would swing the sword instead of...
you kind of got to move it slow. Like, I mean, you really got to use the motion controls like you really would use them.
Yeah, it threw me off for a while.
Yeah, I think it's the best way to do it, because I think it's harder kind of... Because if you're right-handed, if you're going like this to the right, you kind of want to swing, whereas if you're going to the left, you really don't want to swing.
Yeah. Now this is the part that...
We'll use our shield right there, like a little shield block.
Shield bash.
Shield bash, yes, shield bash. Which will kind of confuse him for a little while if you do it right.
And yeah, I was stuck trying to do that without a shield.
Yeah.
And you basically just have to time your swing on the correct side of your body.
Yeah.
And it took me forever and a lot of hearts.
Well, you can dodge them too.
Yeah.
And then here, as you can see, if it's diagonal, swing your sword diagonal, just go with the whatever those things are.
Yep, I guess daggers, or throwing magic.
Chinese stars.
There you go. But it's a pretty neat trick there. It's not necessarily difficult, but you just gotta pay attention and swing your sword the right direction.
And I think if you hit all 5 of those back at him, I think it can hurt him, but I'm not positive on that. He got me a couple times.
Yeah, like I joked, you're doing a heck of a lot better on this fight than I did. That's for sure.
He is tough. I think he's the hardest first boss fight in the Zelda game.
Plus, you have to kind of keep an eye. Like, and this is the first Zelda game where your shield has health, basically.
Health.
And when you shield bash him,
it takes some of your health.
It takes a little bit of your shield's health. Yeah. So it is possible if you screw up enough, you could lose your shield. And like I kind of mentioned, if you don't have a shield here, if you swing at the right time to the right side of you that he's at and he's rushing you, it'll stun him as well.
Yes, it will.
So you just got to get.
But right there, I think you got to be on the right side to hit him. So I'm not sure. I never did it that way, but I think it's kind of did.
I didn't have a choice.
You didn't do too bad against him.
Nope, you did a lot better than I did.
If your shield is losing health, just unequip it. It's not worth breaking this early in the game.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a lot of rupees.
Although we get the metal shield, iron shield before the next temple, so.
Which is a nice upgrade.
Yeah.
It's a nice upgrade. Until you fight electrical enemies.
Or until you don't even use it.
You know how long it took me to figure out how to equip the stupid shield once you bought it, though? Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a lot of different controls in this game.
You gotta hold down, what is it, C or 1 or 2, one of those things.
I'm not really sure, I don't remember.
And equip it that way. But anyway, we digress a little bit. Now that we've defeated him, we get our heart. You know.
And even the heart container looks different in this game.
I like it. I do like it. It's one thing that never changes from Zelda game to Zelda game.
Yes, and it better never. Although one thing that did change was starting out with 6 hearts. I think it started with 6. I think it started with 6.
It seemed. I think that's because they knew it was going to take people time to adjust to the
motion controls. And now usually we would end our walkthroughs right here, but there's a Guy's Cube. Outside here, so I went ahead and put that into this part too. So.
We figure it's good to show you as much as we can.
Because I forgot what you get from this Guy's Cube, but you want to get as many Guy's Cubes as you can.
Because normally they're either pieces of heart or huge rupees.
Yeah, they're definitely worth it. And I didn't get this the first time I played this game. It's just like kind of behind this area.
Yeah.
But this right here, this is all pretty cool.
It is. It's a nice cinematic right here. You're back outdoors, kind of in the middle or behind this temple. Nice spring, fountain, statue, all that stuff. Very nice.
And what I did notice about this game is it just felt like there's a lot more like statues and praises to the gods and stuff like that in this game.
Yeah, it's like monuments and things like that.
And it was just so much more beautiful, in my opinion, than Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
And then here's our God's Cube right here.
And that girl in your sword still trying to talk to you, though. She's blinking there. She wants your attention.
Yes.
That does not stop at all throughout this game.
Just like Navi and all the other fairies.
She's worse. She's worse than Navi. It's in my opinion.
My probability or calculations
No
probability or whatever she says.
If she says there's a chance, it's probably true.
And the other thing I really love, obviously, is the name of the game, but the Skyward Sword strikes.
Yep.
Just another cool concept.
Yep. You use them on the Guy's Cubes, you use them on these little statue things. And now that we've hit that little statue thingy, that wraps up our Skyview Temple walkthrough.